Hey guys, so today's video is going to be on the products that I recommend for dry skin. I personally have combination skin, so I do get really dry, but I also can get oily. So yeah, also I'm having a whole green moment today. I have this emerald eye going on and I use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. So yeah, the first one. I don't have the second one. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through some products that are good for dry skin. So I'm gonna start with cleansers. This is the cleanser I use. It's the Neutrogena oil-free acne wash. It looks like this. It's the orange one. And yeah, I've been using this for a long time. It's really gentle on your skin and it doesn't strip your skin that much. It doesn't leave it dry. When you wash your face sometimes and your face feels like you need to put moisturizer on right away, you just feel gross. This doesn't do that. And it's really inexpensive. I'm pretty sure you can get it at CVS. That's where I get it. So oh yeah, it says here it was $8.99. So yeah, this is the cleanser that I use. But also another cleansing little moment is micellar water, and this is the one I have. It's the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water, and this is they have a bunch of different ones, but this one is the pink cap, and it says all-in-one, removes makeup and cleanses and refreshes, no rinse, no harsh rubbing, and it's safe for the face, lips, and eyes, and it's good for all skin types, even sensitive. It says if you're taking your makeup off and you can't get everything off, this is really good. It removes waterproof makeup really well, I've found. I'm pretty sure they have one that's especially for waterproof, but this is just a nice alternative if you wash your face, let's say, but you don't get all the makeup off. This is good to kind of go in as a second cleanser, and sometimes people with dry skin think that they shouldn't be cleansing their skin or washing their face because it's just gonna make their face drier, but that's not the case. So yeah, I recommend this a lot. It's really good and I've had it forever. So I recommend that. Also, if you have dry skin, I recommend exfoliating your skin. A lot of people think that if you have dry skin, you shouldn't exfoliate because it's just going to make your skin drier, but you should exfoliate 1 to 2 times a week just to get all the dead skin off. It's actually good for dry skin. I found when my skin's dry, it gets all the dry, dead skin off. So yeah, this is the one I use. It's the Purlisse Watermelon Energizing 2-Minute Polishing Peel. And it says it's good for all skin types. And it gently resurfaces skin, smoothing, boosts radiance. So this is what it looks like. It's actually a face mask. I got it in my FabFitFun, but I looked it up and it's $35 if you were to just buy it. So this is really good. You can use it every day. It says great for everyday use. So I apply it every other morning. That's how often I use it, and I found it hasn't made me extra dry at all. So what I do is I wash my face with the oil-free cleanser, and then I'll put this on for 2 minutes, just let it sit or whatever. Oh my god, I just dropped it. And then I'll rinse it off, and as I rinse it off, I scrub it. So it has these little beads. It's like you can see, it's gritty. It has little beads in it kind of, and I'm just gonna get in there and scrub everything away. So yeah, I really recommend this. This is also good for if you have texture on your skin, you have little bumps and stuff. Exfoliating really helps with that. Moving on to moisturizers. The 2 moisturizers I use are from CeraVe, I think is how you pronounce it. I don't really know. The one I use in the morning and during the day is the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion for normal to dry skin. You can get this at CVS or whatever. And it's really nice. It's lightweight, it says here, and I agree with that. It's just really nice for during the day. I wear it under my makeup all the time, and it's just really easy. It's just a nice daily cleanser. And then for at night, I take the PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion from them, and it says it's ultra lightweight, So you can, what I do with like my personal skincare is every other night I apply tretinoin, which is like what my dermatologist recommended for like my acne scars and stuff. So on the days that I apply that like medicine, that medicine is really drying. So with this is so lightweight that I can apply a layer of this and then my tretinoin and then another layer of this to like combat the really drying medicine. I apply 2 layers of this in between it, like I sandwich the medicine in between, and it works really well. Since I've been doing that, my face hasn't been dry at all because the tretinoin used to look like I was like a lizard or something, like shedding skin. Like it was insane. And since applying 2 layers of this, I haven't been doing that. So this is like a lifesaver. I really like the PM one. So I use the 2 different ones. And then the nights that I don't apply my tretinoin, I just apply 1 layer of this after I wash my face. And yeah, that's all I do. So those are my favorite moisturizers. That's like the whole skincare. And then we have for makeup, I have some products that are better to use if you have dry skin. So for primer, you want to use a moisturizing primer, a hydrating primer, anything like that. The Smashbox hydrating primer is really good. I'm trying to think. There's a L'Oreal like Pro Glow. It's like luminous. That one's really good, but the one I've been loving lately is the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business Skin Primer, and it's the moisturizing one. So they have a big range of different kinds, but this is the moisturizing one that I like, and it just feels like literally feels like a moisturizer. So under my makeup, I apply the normal moisturizer that I use, and then I'll let that sit for like 10 minutes. And then when I go to do my makeup, I apply this, and it's just double moisture. These work really well together, and this makeup sits really well on top of this. So if you have dry skin, I recommend using a hydrating primer, because if you don't, or like you don't use moisturizer or anything, your foundation is just gonna look like cakey and gross. Like if you have a nice base underneath it, it's really gonna stay nice. For foundation, I have the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. This doesn't claim to be hydrating because L'Oreal has like a Pro Glow foundation. I've never tried that, but this, I'm wearing it right now. I didn't really blend my neck that well. But this doesn't claim to be hydrating, but I've found that it doesn't dry my skin out. So if you're looking for a foundation from the drugstore, this is a really good one. I talk about it all the time and I use it all the time. Another alternative though, if you don't want like a foundation but you want a little bit of coverage, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint is really good. It has hyaluronic acid in it, which is really good for moisturizing your skin. Hyaluronic acid is really good. You'll find it in a lot of products that are geared toward dried skin people. Hyaluronic acid tends to be in them. And it says it moisturizes and plumps skin for 24 hours. So it looks like this. And I'm pretty sure it has a pump, or like not a pump, like yeah, this is what I meant to say. So you just like swipe it on, and it has really like sheer coverage, but it's good for like every day, or if you're not a huge makeup person but you want a little bit of coverage. This will hydrate your skin and give you the coverage you need. So those are the foundations I like. I don't have a concealer that advertises that it's hydrating, but you want to use a really creamy concealer if you have hydrating skin, because if you use a really drying matte concealer, like the Tarte Shape Tape is pretty like matte looking, I would say. I'm wearing it today. It's kind of like very matte. So if you have dry skin, I wouldn't recommend that, only because it will leave you looking a little bit scaly and like not that pretty under your eyes. But I do definitely have concealers that like I haven't noticed extra dryness, but I'm not comfortable enough to like tell you exactly. So if you have concealers you want me to try, let me know. But I would definitely say go for a more creamy hydrating one compared to like a Tarte Shape Tape, like really full coverage, you know. So yeah. To blend out your foundation and concealer, I think sponges are the best way to go because when you get them damp, I use this one today, so that's why it's dirty. But when you get them damp, there's moisture and like water retained in it. So as you're like putting your foundation on, it's gonna give you a nice amount of coverage and hydrate your skin because it has that water in it already. So this is the Juno & Co. microfiber sponge that I've mentioned, and this is the e.l.f. Sponge with like the flat bottom, and both of these are really good. I like using sponges better than brushes if I have more dry skin because it's gonna just leave a nice layer on your skin. Now for your face, you really want to focus on creams. So I would say like stay away from powders if you have dry skin because powder is just gonna emphasize your dry patches and stuff. So if you do use powder, I would use it very minimally. So whatever powder you kind of have, maybe don't go for a powder that advertises that it's mattifying. Maybe just pick a natural finish or something like that. So I'm going to give you some cream options for contour, blush, and highlight. So for contour, I have the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick, and it says foundation, and it has sunscreen in it. Also, with any skin type, sunscreen is good to wear, even if you're not going to be in the sun all the time, like for like a long period of time, if you're not going to the beach or anything. Even just walking around the sun can do damage, so definitely wear sunscreen under your makeup and stuff, you know. But yeah, so by using a cream contour, this looks very intimidating, and yes, it's very dark. You don't have to get a color this dark, but get a contour color that's good for your skin tone. And I would either apply it on your hand and then take a brush and apply it, or you could draw it straight on. And this one is really creamy, so it's going to blend out very creamy looking, and it's going to look hydrating. It's not going to look very like matte and gross. Like it's going to have a very natural dewy finish to it, and that's why I really like the L'Oreal one. So yeah, I really recommend that. For a cream blush, I have the Honest Beauty Cream Cheek Blush in the shade Peony Pink. I want to get more of these. I really love these. So the way that I apply them, because cream blush I used to not be a fan of, but what I do is I take my brush and I go directly into the pan, and then I put it on my hand and I'll like wipe off the extra, and then I go onto my face. And I really like the finish that creams leave. It's just really dewy and natural looking. So yeah, I'm definitely more of like a natural dewy finish girl that I prefer rather than matte. I'll pick a natural finish any day because I feel like it just looks the best and it wears the best throughout the day. I find that matte products tend to like just look cakey over the course of the day and stuff. For a highlighter, I have the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion Natural Glow Enhancer. This is in the shade Light Glow. So you can use this as a highlighter. You can use it like on your collarbone, some like this area. You can use it on your legs. It's just gonna leave a really nice finish. You can also use this as like a primer underneath your foundation, and it'll give your foundation a really pretty finish. So this is what it looks like, and it just leaves like the prettiest natural like glow to your skin. I love it, and it doesn't feel like heavy or sticky at all. It's really comfortable to wear. It just feels like a moisturizer, but it has a little pearly glow to it. So you can either apply this onto your hand and then take like a sponge. I would recommend using a sponge with the cream highlighter and just put it on the back of your hand and then like pat it on, or you could take it a little bit on your finger and pat it with your finger, however you want. But this is a really good one, and you get a lot in here. Like this will last you forever because highlighter goes a very long way. For eyeshadow, if you have very dry lids, because sometimes you can get dry lids and you get dry patches and stuff, powder eyeshadow isn't really going to lay well on top of that. So my recommendation is using cream eyeshadows. You can get mattes, like matte finishes, satin finish, cream finish, whatever. My favorite, if you have dry skin, a good way to kind of mask that, I find, is like glittery eyeshadows, because it's just gonna look like a chunk of glitter kind of. So my favorites are the ColourPop Super Shock shadows. They have a bunch of different finishes, but my favorites are the Ultra Glitters, and the two that I have are Ladybird and Frog. I have another one in there in like my drawers, but it's not a glitter. So I'll show you. This one, Ladybird, is more of like a pinky iridescent color, and then Frog is more like purpley and it has more rainbow reflex to it. So this one is Frog and this one is Ladybird. They're just so pretty and they're inexpensive and they're just really, really pretty. So yeah, really recommend those. And then for lips, you want to go for any lip balm kind of thing if you have... Okay, well I just dropped that. But if you have dry lips, you don't want to go for a matte lipstick because it's just going to accentuate all your little dry patches. So I recommend going for a lip balm or a creamy lipstick or just chapstick. So yeah, my favorite creamy lipsticks that I have are from L'Oreal. L'Oreal does like hydrating stuff really well, and they're in it like it's drugstore, so it's inexpensive. So I would recommend looking at L'Oreal's products. But my favorite lipsticks are the Color Riche Shine lipsticks, and I have the shade 900 Glossy Fawn and 910 Shining Peach. So Glossy Fawn is more brown, and the packaging is like so pretty on them. It looks like more high-end. So as you can see, it has a really hydrating finish to it, and they're really comfortable to wear, and they wear well, so like they're not gonna like leave like marks everywhere. Like it feels like chapstick that you're wearing, so it kind of just dissolves over the day. And then Shining Peach, right? Yeah, Shining Peach. It's obviously more peachy, pink, and yeah, and they smell really good. They smell like vanilla. So really recommend those. And then another like lipstick option is also from L'Oreal, and it's the Color Riche Plump and Shine lipsticks, and this one is in 107 Coconut Plump, and they have a bunch. So this one is again like more brownie. I'll put it like right here. So it's very similar to Glossy Fawn, but it's a little bit more pinky nude. Then this one is more brown, and this one is going to plump your lips, so it leaves that like tingly minty feeling on your lips, and I really like that. And it, oh my god, and it's really comfortable to wear. So the difference in the packaging is that the plumping ones have like a rose gold underneath them, and then these ones are just silver. So yeah, and then lastly I have a setting spray. With any skin type, you want to use a setting spray that's geared toward you. So if you have really oily skin, you want to take like a more mattifying setting spray. You know, I don't know why I just lost all my vocabulary. You want to take a mattifying setting spray to kind of control those oils. If you have natural skin, you can, like normal skin, you can use whatever you want. And if you have dry skin, I would recommend using a hydrating, more luminous setting spray. But either way, you want to get a setting spray because it's going to prolong the wear of your makeup. So whatever skin type you have, you want it to look the best it possibly can for as long as it possibly can. So if you have oily skin, you want to look matte and like your oils are controlled for as long as possible, and then if you have to, go in and touch up with powder or whatever. If you have dry skin, you want to keep the luminosity and the glow there for as long as possible before you start looking cakey and like your dry patches are coming out. So my favorite setting spray for dry skin is the Morphe Luminous setting spray. Also the NYX Dewy setting spray is really good too. But this one you get more product, and I just love Morphe also. And this, my makeup wears better with this one. Like it wears longer. And I find that throughout the day with this one, and the mist on it first is like really fine. And it smells really good. It's just really refreshing in general. But with this, I find that throughout the day, like if I get oil, because I have combination skin, so I can get a little bit oily, but it looks natural. Like it looks like I'm just like not sweating, but I just have like a natural dew glow to my skin, and this really like enhances that and makes it look really pretty. So I really recommend this setting spray. And I don't know why I like whispered at the end of that sentence. I like lost my voice. But yeah, so those are my favorite products for dry skin. I hope this was helpful. I definitely wanted to include that skincare little section because that's what I found worked for my dry skin. And then I also obviously wanted to include makeup products that are good for dry skin because I know wearing makeup with dry patches and stuff can be hard because it looks like even if your skin, like you're not wearing a lot of makeup, it can make your skin look cakey because whatever makeup you do have on, it's laying on top of dry patches and it can emphasize your dry patches and then make it look cakey when you're in reality not wearing a lot of makeup, and it's just hard, and I get that. I've been there, so I definitely wanted to show you these products and I hope this was helpful. Let me know if it was, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.